Bonjour, aujourd'hui, nous sommes vendredi. Parlons anglais. Non, oui, comment va aujourd'hui? Ça va bien avec vous, femme, je, femme, que mangez-vous? Non, c'est ce que tu as pour déjeuner. It is lunchtime. Il est 1 heure, il est 2 heures, about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, so parlons anglais. Okay. So, today, we're gonna go out later and walk. We're gonna visit toy shop, but I'm just gonna put it here first, is that number one is managed to get my comic book account unblocked, which is good, which is great. Unfortunately, I can't buy any books now because the price is above retail, and as promised, I will try my very best not to grab anything above retail for now. Right now it's about $11, so it's about $1 more, but let's put it there first, okay? And number two, which is the main thing that I want to talk about right now, is that the project that I have been watching over, they are releasing something new on March 7th. I am interested, but when I look at the price tag, also battery is dying. Yeah, more on that later. You know what? More on that later. So, Untitled, and yeah, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Okay, bonjour. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes vendredi. We're gonna go grab pizza, okay? We're gonna go grab pizza. Il pleut la soir. Il pleut la nuit. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna go toy store because it's raining. Number two, I need to plot a little bit, but yeah, it's one of those things that I might not want. It's tough, okay? It's tough. So basically, a project that I've been following decided to release something like a collectible card. I'll put it this way, collectible cards. And I'm a sucker for some of this stuff. But number two is that they did very good art. So honestly, I don't mind participating, but it's the price tag. The problem is the price tag. Initially, when I read it, it's like, okay, cool, maybe I can participate because it costs $10 per pack. That's the lowest tier pack, and of course they have a higher tier pack, and to make things worse, they have 3 more higher tier packs, which is not a big fan of that, okay? Sure, it's one of those collecting card gimmicks, like first print more expensive, and then of course subsequently we have reprints and stuff. Remember the comic book analogy that I've mentioned? I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, at least one of it. The video is not up yet because I need a new soundtrack for March, which I'm gonna do it today. Yeah, and that's the reason why we're gonna go grab pizza. I'm gonna edit all the videos and upload them by tonight. Ooh, cool. And so that's one thing I want to put it out, is that spending, right? Spending, it's a very hard topic, but at the same time it's a very easy topic in my opinion, right? Easy topic is just don't spend money. Simple as that, right? Yeah, the hard topic is I want to spend money. That's the problem. Anyway, we're gonna stop for a while. We're gonna go grab pizza, Domino's pizza. Yeah, then we'll continue at home. Okay, we are back. I gobbled 2 pizza before I do this video because I'm hungry, like I'm famished. Also, I need to grab water. Ugh. And I just realized the reason why I haven't edited the video is because I need to find a new soundtrack. But still, we were gonna find a soundtrack later, after this vlog, or rather after this recording, and then basically I'm reading as much as I can for this project again, right? You want to always read as much as you can, right? Read as much as you can, because if the first time you read, it's an impulse buy. Okay, no. Let me rehash a little bit. Before we spend money, alright, is the first decision is the most crucial decision in general. Okay, it is whether it's an impulse buy or it's a research buy. And if you're impulse buying, not to say I do have impulse buy, but we want to run through the checklist as fast as we can with a limited amount of time. Most likely impulse buy is when you are visiting somewhere, you went into a convention or a limited time event. So obviously it's always good to have a checklist. And most of the time I don't just buy if I want to do impulse buy. I'll at least research a little bit, and if it's something that is familiar to me or something that I'm familiar of, then it's easy to do the checklist. If it's something that is unfamiliar, like something it's new, something that I've not buy before, this is number one. I will never impulse buy. If it's something that I do not know anything, I will not impulse buy without doing my research. And of course, the first research is read about the product. And again, none of these things are investment. I would say again, they are just products and products only. So that's that. All right. And yeah, so when I buy stuff, usually I'd go through a checklist, and one of the checklists is, all right, first checklist that I want to put out is it a need or is it a want? Very, very, very important. Because if it's a need, then okay. If it's a need, the checklist is a bit easier to digest. It's when it's a need, you know what you need, right? Then obviously the first criteria for me is it something that I've used before? Oh no, sorry, not something used before. Is it a product that I've used no. Is it a brand that I use regularly? Okay, sometimes you don't get the brand of your choice. Like for example, toothpaste, shampoo, whatnot, food, right? Is it familiar to you? If it's familiar, then answer is simple, right? Can you afford it? Is it under $20? This one I picked up somewhere else. Is that you should not fuss around something that is below $20 that you use on a daily need. Okay, this is the key. If it's a daily need, anything under $20, you know you need it, so you should not fuss about it. Just buy, right? Some people say 10, I'll put myself 20, because shampoo is about, usually it's less than 10. But so needs are like shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrush, food is excluded first. What else? Shirts, if I need to, no, even shirt is not considered a need anymore. It's more of a want, because need is unless I don't really have anything to wear. So that's that. So yeah, needs is very little. So yeah, come to think of it, my need list is actually very, very little, which is good. The lower needs you have, the better, right? But in this case, if it's something that you need $20 and below, don't need to bother. Okay. Then obviously step number 2, right? Rule number 1, we already got it, under $20. If it's above $20, then we have to go through the next step anyway. Next step is, can we get it on discount? Doesn't matter if it's $1, 50% off, 10% off. Like, can we get discount? And this is, if you can say, oh, it's such an Asian thing, right? You must haggle for it. No, we are not haggling for it. We're just putting a little bit of obstruction per se, a self-made roadblock and bumps. Like, can we spend a little bit more time, right, to hunt down for a cheaper, I would say, okay, maybe discount is not the right word, right? Cheaper, because if you say toothpaste costs $5, and can I find lower than $5? If I can't, that's still alright. I can still pick it up. The main reason is by having a little bit of block, you would think a little bit, right? Give it some breather to think a little bit, and that's it. That's the main idea. Obviously, you don't take the whole day just to find cheap stuff, right? No, no. I'm not talking about spending the whole day just to find cheap stuff. And then if you realize, oh, there's a cheap one in another store, and then it takes like 10-20 minutes to walk there. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when you want to buy, the moment you look at it, $5 for toothpaste, great. Is there any cheaper one? Just scan a quick one, 5-10 minutes. If you can't, just pick it up. Okay, so that's the rule that I put. Now, if it's a want, not the want list, it's much nicer right now, or rather a longer set. Number one is it below a certain threshold? In this case, I'm gonna use $20 or $10. Like for me, $10 is something that I can kind of throw away from time to time, but still we don't want to throw again. We are here. All the advice that I put, every dollar saved it's important, right? It's important not because of the dollar saved, it's the habit of trying to save the dollar. That is critical, because if you simply spend like, oh, it's only like $10, throw money, $10, throw money. No. That is a bad habit, so we don't want that. So when it comes to buying stuff, a want, we always want to go for, can I use this for more than a purpose? Like, can I use it more than just by itself? Like for example, if I were to buy a laptop, right? A laptop is more of a need/want, because the need is I need a laptop. I don't need high-end, I want a high-end. So if I want to buy a high-end, when am I using for? Play games? Okay, if let's say I'm using play games, that's one, not good enough. So I need to stack a little bit more. Do video editing, it's for work, so it's work related, so it's partially a tool. And in that case, okay, we can put our budget higher to get that want. TV, do we need TV? Not really, so I can get cheap TV. Simple as that. PlayStation, there's only one, so PlayStation, I didn't get it on discount. A lot of these things I didn't get on discount, except for this guy. This guy got it on Black Friday. So a lot of things you can get on Black Friday, especially if you're in the western side of the world, which is nice, which is great, but not for online stuff. And that's the reason why it is very, very crucial that I want to put this on the vlog, because, right? And of course, if there's anything else other than a tool, okay, so if it's not work related, that means it's pure one. It's just pure feel-good shopaholic shopping therapy. Then I will go through a bit more strict. So it has to be on discount. Like it has to be at least 5%, 10%. I need to see the discount before I can really, really consider about it. The only exception is, right? The only exception to this rule is that if it's a general thing that I can't really get it on discount, but again, electronics, Black Friday, toys, Black Fridays, apparel, okay, apparel like shirt, you don't really get a discount, so that's that. Food, yeah, internet, nope. Some of the, like mouse, like right now, mouse, if I really need to replace, so that's more of a need, okay, so that's more of a need. Got this Fan Expo cup. Okay, this Fan Expo cup was a event only, so I can't really get a discount. So stuff like that, limited time. Right. What else? Yeah, I mean right now it's mainly I try to avoid physical stuff, so mostly it's all digital stuff. So in this case, digital stuff you don't really get discount. In fact, it's hard to get discount at all, which is rubbish. That's the reason why I need to put a bit more rules over there. And if you're buying digital stuff, we're gonna go, that's why I go through the list of like NFT and stuff. The same thing, same list as NFT. Is it a well-known project? Number one, is it big IP? If no, then we must, yeah, so this one is not, this is a project, not really a big IP, so it has a few checklists that's not there. That's the reason why I don't feel like spending a lot of money on it. plus this is an NFT, and it has a land, and the land went down in price, which partially said, oh, you know what? Because it went down in price, maybe I just grab the land instead, because after looking at the price tag, So that's that. And the reason why I'm putting this is because if I were to buy the cheapest pack, $10, like, okay, $10, that's something that I can scratch my itch a little bit, right? $10 for a comic book. Okay, I'll put it this, as officially as I can. $10 for something like this, it's overpriced. Expensive. It's not, yeah, it's expensive, okay? Because if you go buy some like Pokemon cards, it's about, same price physical. So in my opinion, it's expensive. It's expensive for people who doesn't have disposable income. That's what I'm putting out. And even though if you have disposable income, $10, I would say save up for 60, buy the game, have some fun. Or yeah, it's a bit tough. Like entertainment. What is entertainment? I made a whole vlog about it. Like movies are getting expensive as well. Like about 20 Canadian dollars to watch a movie these days. If I were to go for cheap, the lowest I paid was $10 for a movie ticket. That's $2. That's 2 hours worth of entertainment. Again, this is a whole nother story, but we are talking about buying products. So when it comes to a one, it's tough. It's very, very tough. And if you're struggling, I would say no. Obviously, save money. But I want to put this here as well, right, for the record. And how I spend money, like the list that I have for NFT is the same I have for physical product. Like Lego, sometimes I'll buy cheap ones. Okay, I'll buy cheap ones. So if it's below 20, it's like, okay, no, once a while, I don't mind buying. Okay, once a while, but of course, I have to be careful. On that. And that's the reason why sometimes I see all the $60, $80. I like, nice to have, but nah, another day, right? Another day. Whew. And that's it. One smaller thing, like Fan Expo. Just to close this, Fan Expo, I did hunt down as best as I can to get early bird price. So that's also one way to add it to your want. If you want something, do you get early bird price? Do you get something without haggling? The key thing is without haggling, because if you start to haggle, that's a slippery slope, and I don't want to touch that. Not because it's I'm gonna touch that, because it's a very cliche Asian thing. You must haggle, and in some cultures, some country, of course you must haggle, because the price is just ballooned. And the reason why I don't want to haggle is I have experience. The moment you haggle, which means you have the intention that you want to buy, and if you don't buy, things can get a little bit sloppy and not so great. Okay, so that's that. And that's all I have for you for today. I know it's a little bit long-winded, but like I said, it's fresh from the heart, fresh from the emotion, fresh from the mind. Put it to the vlog. Until then, il pleut, je suis chez moi car il pleut dehors, c'est un jour nuageux, neige de pluie, c'est un jour pluvieux, and je te revis demain.